Okay, well, I'm just going to go from what I have. The December 17, 2014 meeting of the City Council Redevelopment Agency is called to order. This meeting has been properly noticed and posted in compliance with the open meeting law. These proceedings are being video recorded as well as presented live on KCLV Cable Channel 2 and are closed captioned for our hearing impaired viewers. Please note some customers of CenturyLink may view this program in high definition on channel 1002, and some customers of Cox Communication who do not have a cable box may view this meeting on digital channel 89.5. The council meeting, as well as all other KCLV programming, may be viewed on the internet at www.lasvegasnevada.gov. The proceedings will be rebroadcast on KCLV Channel 2 and the web the Wednesday of the meeting at 8 p.m., also on Friday at 4 a.m., Saturday at 7 p.m., Sunday at 7 a.m., and the following Monday at 1 p.m. This building is protected by state-of-the-art fire detection and suppression sprinkler system. If the alarm should activate during today's meeting, please evacuate using the exit at the back of the chambers, out to the mezzanine, proceed out the double doors to the terrace, and down the back staircase. For anyone who has difficulty with stairs, please check with a marshal or fire official for assistance. Once assembled outside on the northeast corner across the street from City Hall, you should be at Lewis and First Street. Employees wearing safety vests or city marshals will inform you when it's safe to re-enter the building. For public comment related items on the agenda, citizen participation, and public hearing items, we have available a speaker card which you may complete and submit to the city clerk up front. Cards are available online in the clerk's office or at the rear of these chambers. If you do not submit a card, it does not prevent you from speaking under public comment, citizen participation, or specified public hearing items. If anyone is present today who has need for hearing impaired equipment, please come to the city staff clerk's office up front. If you parked in the parking garage across the street and did not receive a validation ticket as you entered, please exit to your right and then see the security personnel at the entrance. Excuse me one second. Okay, so, yeah, excuse me.
Before you start the meeting, I know that we're just going through the preliminaries. It's after 8:30 in the morning. We have an agreement on the Cordish partnership to have delivered a signed and sealed partnership delivery arrangement to us at 8:30 this morning. It's past that time. Are there any Cordish people that could perhaps tell us why? Maybe I've come out of order on this question, but
I think we should be doing, thank you, Councilman, what we should be doing is staying on the agenda, which is our redevelopment. If it's logged in, it's logged in, and we'll go from there unless...
Brad wants
I regret I have to stop the discussion at this time. We are not agendaed under the redevelopment agenda to discuss this, and as a result, we'll be in violation of open meeting law if we go any further.
Right. Thank you.
So we'll continue on with our redevelopment. We have some issues with our technology this morning. Yay, human beings. And so little things are a little different. So we are just going to roll right into this. And I know the best way to go into redevelopment is, Mr. Arndt, you're on. Don't worry about the technology. We're just rolling along as a wonderful... Oh, wait. Item 3, public comment. Have to do that first, Mr. Arndt, so very interesting because I don't have a whole redevelopment section. Public comment, I don't have a redevelopment section for some reason. Okay, I'm sure it's the same. Okay, public comment during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters on the agenda for action. The amount of time any single speaker is allowed may be limited. All comments made will be cross-referenced to those specific items. If anyone submitted a speaker card or who wishes to speak under this portion of the agenda, please come to the podium, state your name for the record. We'll set the time at a minute while we look at all these lovely young women coming in here. Wow. Oh, yeah. Arborview. Is this Arborview? And what special part of Arborview is this? Girls soccer team. Oh. State And look at that. Well, I won't share that yet, but welcome. You look beautiful. Classes, I guess, are closed at Arborview today, right? They're ditching. Okay. Since I've invited everybody up, I'm going to close the public hearing. At this point, we're going to move on to agenda item 4 for possible action to approve the final minutes by reference to the regular redevelopment agency of November 19th, 2014. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Motion.
Okay, we have a motion. We hope. There we go. Please cast your your vote, and please post. Thank you. Thank you. The motion carries. Agenda item 5, discussion for possible action regarding the City of Las Vegas Redevelopment Agency Component Unit Comprehensive Annual Financial Report, the CAFR, fiscal year ending June 30, 2014. Look who I see. Good morning.
Good morning. Vanetta Appleyard, Director of Finance for the City of Las Vegas. We're here today to present to you officially the CAFR for the Redevelopment Agency. This is required by NRS 354 to have this presented to you, and our audit was conducted by Piercy Boland Taylor for the year ended June 30th, 2014. Field work ended on November 26th, and it was conducted in accordance with generally accepted auditing standards, and we received an unmodified opinion from Piercy Bowler, Taylor & Kern. What we wanted to do with this slide is to show you a little bit of history.
Excuse me if I might, what
Yes.
is an unmodified version?
Unmodified means no exceptions. Everything was stated fairly in all material respects.
Thank you.
And it's a new terminology. I think in the past it's been called unqualified, so they've changed the terms. And with this slide just shows you a little bit of the history. Obviously, the major revenue source for the redevelopment agency is the tax increment. And as you can see, we finished with $12.7 million in tax increment. It's down slightly from FY13, but it's starting to stabilize. Our summary of operations, we did a comparative with FY13 versus FY14. In FY13, we had some one-time money, which was the intergovernmental there is refunds, reimbursements from previously money that had been given to the Performing Arts Center for contingency, as well as the reimbursement of City Parkway 5 for some money that had been given to them for infrastructure at Symphony Park. And with that, we finished this year with a shortfall of 5.5. We will be working with staff. We've already initiated ongoing strategic planning with the redevelopment staff to work through this structural deficit, and we will be coming back to you with our FY16 budget to present to you those plans as we try to work through that structural deficit. And with that, with the acceptance or approval of this, we will be filing with the state, we will be filing with the county, and we will also be putting this report on our internet so that it's available to the public. So.
Thank you, Ms. Appleyard. Anybody, any comments? If not, I would entertain a motion, please, to approve the report, if I might call on you. Councilwoman?
Report.
Ah,
Going on.
that was a motion to approve this report. Thank you. Please vote, and please post.
Thank you.
Voting.
Motion carries. Okay, we will move on to agenda item 6, RA 16-2014, discussion for possible action regarding a resolution finding the project proposed by Quick Start Program, QSP, between the City of Las Vegas Redevelopment Agency, RDA, and Creative Beverages, LLC, tenant QSP participant, located at 1115 South Casino Center Boulevard, to be in compliance with and in furtherance of the goals and objectives of the redevelopment plan, and authorizing the execution of the QSP agreement by RDA not to exceed $45,000 RDA Special Revenue Fund. Redevelopment Area Ward 3 and Councilman Coffin's ward. Note this item is related to the Council Agenda Item 39, R-42-2014. And now, good morning.
Good morning, Mayor, members of council, and agency board. For the record, Bill Arndt, Director, Economic and Urban Development. This project is part of our Quick Start program and is a property in downtown Las Vegas on South Casino Center Boulevard. The property has been an aged residential fourplex, but zoning is limited commercial C1, so the property is suitable for this type of use. The property owner, in conjunction with the tenant, needs to put in at least $187,000 in code compliance issues, and but for the participation of the agency, the business owner would not be able to proceed. Therefore, we are recommending a grant of $45,000. With us today is a representative of the owner, so I'd like to have her introduce herself and talk a little bit more about what you hope to do on the inside of the building.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
My name is Brittany Davis. My address is 840 South Rancho, 310 Las Vegas, Nevada, 89106.
Thank you.
This project has been very interesting. Turning this building into something
Wow, this is very attractive.
captivating downtown where locals, tourists, art enthusiasts can come and enjoy has been quite the process. But the venue will be called Hawthorne Wines and Specialty Cocktails. It's themed after Prohibition. The cocktails will be named after like Flappers, the Charleston, the Jazz Age, things like that. It will be a 2-story bar with a spiral staircase on the interior. We also have a full wine selection with 14 reds and 12 whites, and also some sparkling. We think it will be a great space for special events, for people who love art. I find art and wine go hand in hand, so I think it'll be something great for the Arts District and downtown in general. Thank you.
Thank you. It looks beautiful. Can you tell us your timeline?
We're shooting for the end of January 20th to be specific. We were kind of on hold, not knowing if we were going to be able to receive the grant money and press forward. So I know at the end of the
Beautiful.
fiscal year last year, we just missed the cutoff. So it kind of put a strain on certain things, but
Looks beautiful. Mr. Arndt, could I ask you also, noticing that this is a grant not to exceed $45,000, can you explain that, why it's not to exceed $50,000, which is, or have we changed that?
Certainly. The Quick Start program, the way we've designed it is most of these improvements, as you can see, they're quite extensive. And it's designed to help try to put some of these older buildings back to life and address the interior of the building.
Right.
And oftentimes it's code compliance issues. And it's been very competitive. We've had a lot of interest in the program. So one thing we've asked from our program participants is for every $4 they put in, we'll put in $1. So given the private investment of $187,000 of eligible expenses, it amounted to that 4-to-1 ratio about $45,000. So had they hit that $200,000 threshold, then we would have been able to go up to the maximum of $50,000. But we believe you can see it's really a significant improvement to the area, and we're quite appreciative of Brittany and her investment in downtown and wanting to be a
And
small
could
business
you-
owner downtown.
Thank you. Could you also explain, just for the public, is this a grant that is total and not having to be paid back? Or does it have to be paid back, and if so, over how long period of time?
Thank you, Mayor. It is a grant. We do require that there are the matching funds. We do require consent from the owner if it's a landlord-tenant situation, which is the case of most of our businesses. And we do have some restrictions on the property as far as maintaining the building, but it is a grant.
Thank you very much. Any comments, questions here before I turn this over to Councilman Coffin? Please, Councilman.
Thank you, Mayor. Been looking forward to this. It's been quite a while since Kamran, I think, brought it to our attention. Kamran Fulat, is he the landlord? Okay, this was an apartment building, and code was difficult, and I think some of the changes we made in environmental and fire may have helped reduce the cost of the code compliance. But I know you put it through a stringent pricing structures, because this is a good example for anybody watching, because we don't have these every day. You definitely separate out cost relating to aesthetics and remodeling and taste and so on from those that are required by our code. Is that correct, Bill? Bill?
That's correct.
Yeah.
We're trying to, one of the goals of the program isn't just to help pay for these costs, but to really, on the front end, work with the business owner to try to figure out alternate means of construction that won't trigger certain code issues. But there are a number of big ticket items, replacing the HVAC units to be energy efficient, interior doors for ADA, new ADA compliant facilities, new sewer work, new countertops for ADA requirements. So again, a lot of these buildings have been built in the 40s to the 60s where they didn't have these requirements. So without this money, we don't believe these buildings would be put back to use.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's why we did it.
Correct.
Okay. Well, I'm very pleased, and I know it's going to be a lot of fun down there, and it's really nice to see something just south of Charleston. That says a lot for what's going to happen just south of Charleston, because everybody thinks north of Charleston, and in fact, you're doing it. So thank you very much. I now move for approval of item 6.
Thank you very much. There's a motion. Please vote. And please post. Motion carries. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck. Can't wait to come by.
That looks absolutely beautiful.
Yes.
It really does. Good thinking.
Beautiful. Okay, agenda item 7. Citizen participation. Public comment during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters within the jurisdiction of the Redevelopment Agency. No subject may be acted upon by the Redevelopment Agency unless that subject is on the agenda and scheduled for action. If you wish to be heard, come to the podium, give your name for the record. The amount of discussion on any single subject, as well as the amount of time any single speaker is allowed, may be limited. Anyone wishing to speak under this portion of the agenda? Everybody wearing green may come to the Good morning.
Happy holidays. Good morning, Honorable Mayor and City Council. My name is Catherine Duncan. I'm the president of the Las Vegas Ward 5 Chamber of Commerce. And I wanted to just come and thank the mayor and entire City Council publicly for the tremendous work that went into the reopening of the F Street. It is so beautiful, and I would encourage everyone in the community to come down and see it. And I believe that this is just the first step in redeveloping the old historic West Side. So what I'm requesting of you today is if you, as a redevelopment agency, would give us a letter showing your support for projects within the historic West Side, in particular the old Moulin Rouge. Let us know what types of resources the city might have available for such a project that's located within the redevelopment area, so that anyone wishing to assist with that project or would be involved in it would know what the city's involvement is, so that they can feel comfortable moving ahead.
Thank you very much. We were very excited to participate, as we did. And Ms. Duncan, would you be very sure, Councilman Barlow is out of town? Would you be sure to get a hold of his office? I'm not sure if he's coming back today, tomorrow, and he will then coordinate getting that request out.
And I thank you and the entire City Council for your tremendous work.
Thank you for coming down.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you so much. We're so grateful. Pardon? Can you turn on your microphone? Do you want? Oh, that doesn't need to be on the microphone. Anyone else wishing to speak under this portion of the agenda? Hearing none, we'll move on to agenda item 7. Agency member recognition. Comments made by individual agency members during this portion of the agenda will not be acted upon by the agency unless that subject is on the agenda and scheduled for action. Is there any member of the Redevelopment Agency who wishes to speak under this portion of the agenda? Are there any other comments? Hearing none, this redevelopment agency is adjourned, and we will start as scheduled our council meeting at 9 a.m. Thank you. So that gives us, I think we have about 8 minutes.